The college football experience week 12 pregame show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up, and when you do sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to get 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. Get on over there, do that. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Start crushing college football in the NFL with Rhythm. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm.
Hey, this is Bill Romanowski. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Whoa. What the fuck is happening here? Welcome to the college football experience week 12 pregame show. Who's in here fucking with my stuff overnight? Someone was messing with it. Somebody was messing with it. We're going to get to it. But obviously 12 upon us as we inch closer and closer to the 12-team college football playoff first year. Huge games, FCS playoffs going on, everything that this is the best year of college football in a long time. I would say that. So hop on over there if you're wondering. YouTube.com/the college experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. Also, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, tailless pussy. And I'm after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night.
And not to mention, we got college hoops scattered in the mix too. Just and the chat's already talking about that shitty fight. No, I did not watch it. I didn't subscribe. You know, I see. I know a gimmick when I see a gimmick. All right. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the NBA Gambling Podcast, the WNBA Gambling Podcast. Hopefully you checked out his stuff on Betting Pros as well. But he got to start right here. Give it up for the great Terrell Furman Jr.
Yes, sir. What's up, Kobe? I'm back. I did watch the shitty fight because I had money on it, and I knew the fix was in. It just wasn't in as much as I thought. So I took Jake Paul and the points because I thought no way a 60-year-old man can go 8 rounds with him and win. And then I thought, man, what if they fucking tied? Oh, Kobe, the tie was 10-1, 10 to fucking 1. What? Oh man, I just wish.
Did you sprinkle?
I did sprinkle on the tie.
Well
but
played.
I got the points. I got the Jake Paul winning the points, and so I'm happy with that. That was 3-1. It was cool, but I wanted the 10-1 tie. I thought Mike might dominate the first 4 rounds, then Paul dominate the later rounds. Because again, Mike is 60 years old. There's no reason. By the way, I want you to know I am very, very concerned for the Monday Night Raw WWE content coming to Netflix soon because Netflix was very, very bad with this live stream.
I've heard
very
that.
concerned.
I've heard many
Raw
people complain about that. So, yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you enter a world you know nothing about. Amazon did a better job, I think, with the transition, but still.
It's all right. They got time to figure it out. Mondays every day, 8:00. Be there. Netflix 2025.
There you go. Mailman Mike saying, Colby, how's the fiber optics working out? Fucking horrible. I'm not at my own house because the fiber optic company here in North Carolina, absolutely horrible. It's a little slower here in North Carolina, Terrell.
Spectrum.
No, I wanted to because they don't offer fiber optics, so I was going to go with this company, Ripple, and they're about the worst customer service I think I've ever dealt with in my life. So yeah, absolutely fucking horrible.
Welcome to the great state of North Carolina, Kobe. Back to the East Coast.
Yeah, it's a little slower over here, man.
Yeah,
it's tough for me to adjust. You go to Starbucks.
Hey, man, you get to breathe for a second.
I went to Starbucks. That's true. That is true. I could see the stars at night instead of just all the
pollution.
Yeah.
Instead of pollution.
All the cancer that I'm about to have in a couple of years, just taking it in. But no, the Starbucks, there's like 3 people in really nice Starbucks. I walk in, 3 people there, 3 people working, about 2 people sitting out in the world on the internet or whatever. I order coffee, iced coffee. You don't have to concoct my fucking drink. You just have to put ice in it. Takes a while, man. Takes a while. They're asking me questions. How's my day? How about this rain? I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? What are we dating? Right?
Did you forget what it's like to live? Did you forget what it's like to live where people actually care about you?
That's true. That is true. You're
Welcome
right.
back to the South.
Exactly, bro. Dude,
hospitality around here.
Hey, people are kinder. They ask me how's my day going all the time. They wave at me in the car. Sometimes
if you talk right, they might get to you for free. If you talk right, they might be like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Or this is the one that I love when it comes out to $3.13, and I'm like, dang, I just got $3, and they're like, you good? Don't even worry. Oh, word, I'm straight. I ain't got to worry about them 13. Man, look, I'm gonna pay it forward. Appreciate you. Good looks.
Dude, the thing that's terrifying to me is like I'm walking my dog and like everyone that drives by, because I walk like right by a road, is like waves to me.
Hey, how's it going? Hey,
it's like,
what's going on?
It's terrifying to me. I think
oh yeah. I'm Mr. Cool when I do it, so I got my hand on the steering wheel. I just hit I just give him a little finger. Hey, what's going on? What up?
Oh man.
And I know they're like, dang, who is this black guy rolling around the white neighborhood? I'm just like, hey, what's up? I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm good.
Yeah,
hey,
look, I gave you the wave.
Nice.
Gave you the wave. Don't worry.
Hey, the wave means I'm fine. The wave means okay. Don't worry about me. Like the wave is always good. They do that wave thing, man. I don't know why they do it, but they do it. And you know what? You just wave back. Like that's just the South. That's what it's like living in the South. You just wave back. We're nice. We are nice people. I promise you.
Yeah. No, I feel it. Just please, if you can, just put the ice in my fucking coffee and give me it. But anyway, buddy, huge games upon us today.
Yep.
Texas is at Arkansas in 51 minutes. I know we got burned on the Ole Miss Arkansas game, but I'm going back to the well.
No, that wasn't our fault. That there's a lot of games that be our fault, and how we us saying Penn State was horrible. That was horrible. I truly admit that was a bad. We should have never trusted.
Well, especially because every year I'm like, don't take Franklin in that game.
Yeah. It's perfectly fine. We should have never got cute there. But yeah, Taylor Green got knocked out earlier that Ole Miss game, and they were rolling with a backup quarterback that didn't prepare with the first team offense. He kept giving the ball back to Texas and not Texas to Ole Miss, and eventually Ole Miss just kept punching the ticket in. Their offense was on it that day. I don't think we were on the wrong read, but here Taylor Green is back. You got what's the running back name? Jackson is back. They got their top cornerback. The defense is going to be looking a lot better. The offense definitely should click with Green and Jackson in the backfield. I think they're going to be able to run all over this Texas front. And then Taylor Green is just a baller. Road Rash Face is going to put him into situations where he can make those throws. This is Texas all day.
Yeah, and
not Texas. This is Arkansas all day.
Remember, Texas hasn't faced many starting quarterbacks over the past 2 years. So if Taylor Green's healthy all the way, we're going to be firing away.
Look at the SEC this year. We could just look at this year, and they play freaking Mississippi State, who was on a backup quarterback. They played Florida, who sent out a walk-on. They played somebody else that had a backup quarterback as well. And then the 2 games that they had starters was Diego Pavia and Carson Beck, and they weren't even close to covering this line.
Yeah, 1-1 in those.
But I think Taylor Green is in that conversation with Carson Beck and Diego Pavia in terms of talent at quarterback. Like I think that's the same conversation. I mean,
he's more explosive than Pavia.
Yeah, I was about to say, and he doesn't turn the ball over as much as Carson Beck. So honestly, a fully healthy Taylor Green might be better than those two quarterbacks.
He definitely strikes more fear. I would say the one thing, like, Pavia never turns the ball over. So, like, you could say, like, well,
never turns the ball over.
Yeah, he literally has, like, what, I think 2 or 3 interceptions on the whole season, and one of those or two of those
was in the Texas game.
Yeah, and one was like on a 4th and 5 where he just had to throw the ball up in the air. I'm with you, and we didn't even talk about the fact it's in Fayetteville. This is an old rivalry in the Southwest Conference, and this place, Arkansas fans, you Sam Pittman, if you just win this game, 6-6, you win this game and you could lose the rest. They will extend you if you win this fucking game. So,
and if you think about it, not last season, this was 2021. I remember I was on the way to a deployment. They played this game, and I think it was in Jerry's World that day. And this is when they had Card at quarterback, but they had Bijan, Roshan in the backfield.
And they got waxed. I remember this actually. Yeah.
Worthy, all like it was so much, and they were talking so much about this Texas offense, and that's what they're talking about now. They're saying Texas offense is so good. That offense was that good in 2021, and Sam Pulport Pittman found a way to dial up a defense, get pressure with 3, and drop back in coverage, and they couldn't do anything. So I think he's going to dial up a defense that's going to be able to really fuck with Texas today.
Spring of the money line. Yes, double line. Spring of the money line.
Money line round robin, play number 1 for sure. The Hogs going to owe some SEC some more money after they storm the field.
Yeah, exactly. David Matola says
$275 last time. It's probably going to be like $300, $350.
I can tell you right now, it is $400.
Oh, if they storm, it's 400.
Oh no! I thought you were saying the money line. My bad.
Oh no! I thought you were talking about. No, I was like, dang, 400,000.
I actually think they did raise the pricing on that though. Now that you bring it up.
No, yeah, it's probably like 300.
Yeah,
somewhere around
yeah.
Money well spent.
David Matola saying the crackheads don't yell and say hi in California. They certainly yell. They just don't. They don't tell me hi. You know,
they normally call you a fucking asshole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Normally they're screaming obscenities, and I was like immune to it. I was immune to it. I could be like having a good morning,
motherfucker.
And them just yelling like you fucking cunt, you know, like and I'm just like whistling like la 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 la, you know. Good morning.
Other direction. What's going on the other side of the street over there? Because he's not talking to me. Ain't no way he talking to me. So what's going on the other side of the street down there? Let me just
shout out to Bug Boy 4.0. He goes, I'm off work today and I'm drunk as shit. I just want to say fuck Georgia. Hey, amen. All right. There you go.
Not today. Fuck Georgia normally, but not today.
Yeah, not today, but let's just go straight to that. Georgia minus the points. Lock. You can say fuck Georgia all you want, but they're cashing for us.
Friends for eternity.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot. Georgia. I think Georgia's going to beat the shit out of Tennessee. I don't think Tennessee's
especially after
good. I have no idea why Tennessee is 7th overall in the country. Like that. There's no reason Tennessee should be a playoff team, like at all. I don't think that they have any.
It's the schedule. Everyone's talking shit about Indiana's schedule. Like Tennessee did beat Bama. All right, credit there. But everybody else on the schedule. Am I supposed to be impressed? I mean, they've played. They still have UTEP to go. By the way, they have UTEP and Kent State, the 2 worst teams probably in all of Division I football.
Tennessee.
Yeah, they already played Kent State, but I'm saying they have UTEP. I think next week. So I hate the fact that I was just watching College Game Day and they're like bringing up this and it's like, well, you know, they have a strength of schedule. I don't trust the strength of schedule metrics they use. Because if they're telling me Tennessee's strength of schedule is that tough, I'm like, who else played the 134 and 133 ranked teams? No one. No one in the fucking nation. You know? Anyway. Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or Georgia, minus the points. All right.
I'm going to go. I had to go look and see who Tennessee played because this is ridiculous. I mean, maybe the home win against Alabama, but Alabama's not even that good anymore, honestly. So yeah, I guess that's a good win. But Mississippi
That's
State,
a good win. That's
Kentucky,
a good win. Dude,
Florida.
Mississippi State is a
They lost to Arkansas.
That's what I'm saying. It's insane.
Oklahoma, like if
Oklahoma
people
sucks.
are, and that's why I said that y'all guys got to stop with the freaking preseason rankings because there's a 15 next to Oklahoma, and people are going to tell me, oh, they have a top 10, 15 win. No, they didn't. No, they did. Oklahoma was not a 15th ranked team. Yes, it says 15. They were not the 15th ranked team in the country.
They're going to go 5-7. Oklahoma is.
There's a 24 next to NC State's name. Why is there a 24 next to NC State's name?
Yeah, they're the worst. I mean, let's be honest. NC State is a terrible fucking team. They're a terrible team.
And so somebody's going to be like, oh, they got a top 25 win against NC State. No, the fuck they don't.
NC State should have lost to Western Carolina. All right. They were down in the 4th to FCS Western Carolina. Just not buying it. That schedule is shitty. It's a shitty schedule. It's similar to Indiana's. Like my thing is like, yes, Indiana has not played a top-notch schedule. 100%. But it is very, very similar to Indiana's. Now, the only difference is Alabama's better than anything on Indiana's one because Michigan didn't live up to the hype. But yes, but they also didn't lose to Arkansas. You know what I mean? So, what about this Utah Colorado game? Seeing the line 13.5. I see a 14 out there. The quarterback situation is a complete fucking nightmare. Isaac Wilson's questionable. I think Utah's going to cover this though. I think Utah on the line of scrimmage can bang with Colorado a little bit. Might even have a little bit of an advantage. So I think Colorado wins, but give me something like 31-26 or something. 31-24. Yeah, Clark, I'm not sure that Utah can score, but I know they can do this. The line of scrimmage, I think they are actually better than Colorado, and Colorado is one that I they lead the Big 12 in sacks. And all preseason, I was saying Colorado's D line is vastly improved. The only defensive line that I actually think is actually better than Colorado's in the Big 12 is Utah's. And Colorado's offensive line is improved, but it's not like a great offensive line by any means. So I do think they can fuck with the Buffs there. Another thing is one thing I will say about this Colorado team. Their special teams is fucking horrible. All right. Like that's the biggest weakness of Colorado right now to me. Run game needs to be better. It is improved from a year ago. Special teams. They give up big time kick returns and punt returns almost every game. I think Utah could, they're historically under Whittingham. They're always such a great special teams. So that is an area where I do think Utah can take advantage of the Buffs. I think Colorado will win the game. Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter. I think at the end of the day, the talent will rise to the top. But I like the Utes to stay within that number. Am I crazy, Terrell?
No, I don't think so. I'm waiting to see what's going to be made at the quarterback. What's going to happen at the quarterback position. And just make sure that I have some faith that Utah can put up some type of offense. But Utah got out early in that BYU game, and BYU is a really good team and really good defense. So they were able to score the football there, and they were able to put up 21 points before they absolutely stalled and couldn't do anything else. If they get to 21 against Colorado, I don't think Colorado covers this number. And I think that the BYU defense is way better than Colorado. I think that it's going to be running the football. They're going to have to dominate, like you said, dominate the line of scrimmage, not just on the defensive side, but on the offensive side. And if they can run the football very, very effectively against Colorado here, I think they can drain clock. I think they can put points on the board, maybe not a lot, but be able to enough to just influence this spread. I do like the points. Give me the points in Utah. I don't feel as good as about a money line win, though.
Yeah, me too. I think Colorado will still win the game. But I just think Utah has a little remedy that I think can fuck with them some. Clemson is at Pitt. This line just went up 1.5 because we got the news that Eli Holstein, their starting quarterback, is out today. He was questionable. with a head injury. So Nate Yarnell, the backup who looked like absolute shit last week against Virginia when he came in. Now you know you're going to be the man though. You get all week to prep potentially. Yeah. Catching 12 now. 11.5, 12. I see 12 right now. Oh man. I don't know, man. I liked Pitt before, but I'm staying away from this now. I was specifically waiting to wager on this to see if Holstein played. If Holstein played, I was going to jump all over Pitt. Now with the way Yarnell looked last week, I'm not very confident that he can, exploit this Clemson defense.
And it's a lot of motivation for Clemson to go ahead and handle business here. 1 game back of SMU. Still fighting for the ACC championship game, still an outside shot at the playoffs. You can absolutely do that, but you gotta be able to handle business here, especially on the road, because this Clemson team knows they've gotten stuck on the road before. And I mean, after this, you get a home game against Citadel. You're not worried about that at all. And so you're not looking ahead. And then you get all this time before South Carolina comes back to Death Valley.
Yes.
And you get to right your wrongs there. So, yeah, I think this is a pretty decent spot for Pitt, where not Pitt, but Clemson, where they're saying, hey, let's focus on getting into the ACC championship game, and let's make sure we come out here on top. I can't trust the backup quarterback. I was on Pitt, but I'm on Clemson now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna lean Pitt with the points but I'm not betting this. Did I say lean? I mean teeter.
The war leads strikes.
Yes. Tulane is heading to Annapolis. This is a huge game in the AAC. The winner.
It's funny because Kramer's probably listening on a flight right now, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, Kobe."
Man, dude, this East Coast time sucks. This East Coast time zone, it's fucking horrible.
What?
I get done with the basketball show at 5 a.m.
Yeah, because y'all talk all night. This is what you get. Now you see what we were dealing with.
Worst time zone in America. That includes Hawaiian time zone or whatever the fuck we call that.
Hawaiian time zone.
Yeah. Whatever we call that. I would take that at 6 a.m. Navy's getting 7.5 at home against Tulane. The winner will have the inside track on the AAC championship game here. As much as I do like Tulane, and I do like Tulane, I think Navy can stay within this number. I know they're baiting you with 7.5. Give me Navy. They're at home, and they won the last time they played at home against Tulane. Not that that's that relevant, but I just think they can stay within the number. I think Navy's not as bad as we think. I know that Notre Dame game, it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. But I think Navy just can drain the clock, limit the possessions for Tulane. They're at home. And I also think Tulane hasn't faced an offense like this all year yet because they didn't play Army. Yeah. So I think that presents a little bit of challenges in its own right. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I think that it's just been really easy for Tulane coming down the stretch here. They did get some problems in that North Texas game, but I mean, they dominated every single game coming down the stretch here, and Navy just poses a different offense. That's all. The triple option is just a different beast. And so, yeah, I'm with you. I think this is a good spot where the triple option catches Tulane off guard. I think Tulane still wins. I do. I don't think I'm committed to a Navy money line, but if you were to tell me that this game was going into a 2020 overtime, I believe you.
Yeah. Next up, this is just an easy one. We don't have to dive that on this one too much, but ULM is going to get destroyed at Auburn. Lay the 24. Lay the 24. Bet this.
ULM has 5 wins. They could go bowling. This could be the bowling game right here, Kobe. What? You're telling me you're not taking ULM against Auburn?
No. ULM looked like shit the past couple weeks. Auburn is going to fuck them up late. This is a lock. I did bet this earlier this morning or last night, whatever. At some point in the past 24 hours. Lay it with the Auburn Tigers.
Yeah,
just throwing that out there.
This is the game where Auburn convinces themselves that they're actually good by beating up on a bad ULM team. So, yeah. I'm not locking it though. That's wild. I'm never laying 24.5 with Auburn.
Dude, they're gonna fuck them up. This is gonna be like
I know they're gonna fuck them up, but I'm perfectly fine sitting on the sidelines and cheering you on. Ooh, go Kobe! And
Ohio State's playing at Wrigley against Northwestern. Wildcats getting 28.5. Any chance Ohio State playing with their food with Indiana on deck?
Maybe not really. I mean, it's what is there to look forward to about? Yeah, I guess. Give me 28.5.
So I took the points too, but
I like
no bet. No bet though.
I just like Lausch. That's it. I hope Lausch has a good game.
I do have a bet here though in Huntington, West Virginia. Shout out to Clark's alma mater. Coastal Carolina. I was at the last Coastal Carolina game when they stormed the field against App State. Right, and I saw their coach chug a beer. That place was really lit. Clark, we should load up on Marshall because you're now going on the road to Huntington, West Virginia, a sneaky cold spot in the Sun Belt, and I don't think are prepared for this because you were partying your ass off. Now they did have an extra couple days, but I think Marshall's going to put it on Coastal Carolina. Your thoughts, Terrell?
Nah. Actually, I don't agree. I think Coastal's going to keep this one close. I think this is a big game, and I think this is the test for Coastal that kind of reaffirms for them where they stand in this conference. I remember the game on the road where they went and got absolutely destroyed by JMU. I don't think that happens here. I think that Coastal is more competitive. They've looked better since then. They haven't necessarily gotten all the wins that they've wanted, but they looked a lot better. And this is it. This is the game. This is the game you get up for on the road at Marshall, one of the top teams. I like Coastal here to keep the number close. I don't think they win, but I think they keep it close and competitive in this one. And Marshall just doesn't run away with this because I can see Marshall playing down in this spot, especially at home.
It's a huge game for both teams that, if Georgia Southern were to sputter, they would be in the mix there.
And remember last time this Marshall team was at home, they played down to ULM and kept ULM in that game. I could see this going the exact same way.
I don't think they played ULM before though, so there was unfamiliarity there. But yeah, I don't know. I think like they know the moment here. Shout out to Troy Tuning, Big 12 college experience. Check that out. Michigan State is at Illinois. Illinois is laying 2.
Give me Michigan State.
This line stinks. I already bet Illinois.
Michigan State.
I'm terrified of this wager because I already bet Illinois, and I'm like, why is this going down? I just feel like I'm cooked. Syracuse catching 10 in Berkeley, California. What are you doing here?
My boy ain't took no shower. They said they gonna make sure my boy get a shower this week. They said I heard him.
He's great.
I heard
he's
Kyle
great.
Honda McCord. I heard him. He said he trying to make sure that boy get a shower this week so he can sleep in the bed with his wife. That boy getting a shower on the road. This is
Fran Brown.
This Syracuse team has. This Syracuse fan base is going to be there too. They're going to have some fans in there. I don't know how many, but they're going to have a good amount of fans there. Hey man, this Syracuse offense, it can pass the football. That's how you beat
Let's bet
Cal
this.
is through the pass. Like, come on. Syracuse is going to get this done. Syracuse is going to fucking get this one. Yes.
Orangemen plus 10. Let's go.
They were so lucky to win by 10 last week.
Sprinkle that money line plus 280.
By the way, I want you to know, he said that last week that he doesn't take showers after losses. If you look at this season, Syracuse is 2-0 straight up in ATS after a loss. So clearly the no showers helps.
Yeah, I mean, that's bold. That's bold. I can understand why wife's like, hey, you're downstairs. You're downstairs. Hey man,
it's the presence of mind to say that, man, I can't take a shower, but I can still brush my teeth because that's crazy. That's where I draw the line. Showering is not a line that I'm willing to cross, but brushing teeth, nope, no way. No way. He said I got to brush my teeth.
Pitt State is at Purdue. Pitt State's laying 29.5. This game's fucking horrible. Give me the Boilermakers though. What are you doing here?
Lay it.
No wager. LSU-Florida is always batshit crazy. LSU's laying 3.5.
I don't know.
Give me Florida. Give me Florida. Fuck Brian Kelly.
Is Lagway playing? Is it Lagway?
Yes,
or
he's starting. He's starting.
So it's Lagway. All right, I'll take Florida. Okay, yeah. I'll take Florida. I wasn't playing with that fucking walk on again.
Isn't Brian Kelly the worst?
Texas last week. That's exactly why we took Texas last week, because it was a fucking walk on. But yeah, all right. If it's Lagway, I'll take Florida.
Any chance your Air Force Falcons get it done against Oregon State at home?
On the money line.
I was on that last week against Fresno.
Yes, we were.
Snow. Yes.
And it cashed 10-point dogs.
Yes.
Hey, it's hot. It's easy to see a tide turn.
It is. I know they've been ass all year, but they're getting better. They're getting better.
Is when it gets cold and it starts fucking snowing and you don't want to be out there playing football and you can't fucking breathe because you're in fucking elevation, is when the Air Force Falcons do their damage. We wait until this.
And Oregon State's lost 4 straight. How much do they care to be in Colorado Springs today?
It's easy to see a tide turn.
What's Oregon State record?
They are playing for a bowl, but
they are.
I mean, they're 4-5, so there are 3 games left. They could still get to a bowl, but I think Air Force is improving every week because that's what Troy Calhoun does. Yeah, give me the Falcons. Aim high, miss small. UVA against Notre Dame today. CJ Sullivan, the bet detective, loves the Wahoos. I think he got the number at 23 though, so it's come down 1.5. I do kind of agree with him that who's Notre Dame to be laying more than 3 touchdowns.
I don't know. Are we looking too much into the win against Pitt? This UVA team sucks.
Like, I know Notre Dame, I guess, covered more than 3 touchdowns against actually more teams than you think. But
who do you think's better, UVA or Northern Illinois?
I think UVA is better, actually. Northern Illinois not very good, so they're 9th in the MAC. Yeah, but
they got heart.
Now. Yeah,
they got heart.
I like Thomas
UVA
Hamlin.
Team doesn't have fucking heart.
I'll take the points with the Wahoos. Boston College. Thomas Castellanos just said peace. Oh yeah, you're benching me. Fuck you. They're catching 19 at SMU. Dude, I think BC can cover this. I think they can cover this. I think they can cover this. Yes.
What? Belt to ass tour has commenced in SMU because SMU feels disrespected by the College Football Playoff Committee by the fact that they're 14 and they have a better resume than
everybody almost.
Miami, for one. They definitely have a better resume.
Tennessee,
like they're Texas. We could, if we're being honest,
definitely better than Texas. Definitely better than Texas.
So And their best loss is better than Texas' best loss. If you're one of those people too that are like, oh, but Texas lost to Georgia, blah, 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 blah. Well, SMU lost to BYU, who's undefeated.
So in a much closer
if you play
game.
that game too.
Yeah.
No fucking way. BYU, SMU is going to beat the shit out of BC. It's no fault to BC. Like, it's really not BC's fault. They're just taking out their frustrations on this BC team. So yeah, no, I'm against you, Cody. I think SMU wins by 30.
I think it's 34-17 final. BC gets the cover.
34-7 final.
Oof. Royal rivalry, buddy.
Whoop, whoop.
JMU heading down to Norfolk, Virginia.
Yeah, you got better.
Norfolk,
that was, but you only do that when I'm here. You don't do it when I'm not. Like, you think I'm not listening, but I'm listening, and I hear you say it wrong. So, like, just say it right when I'm not around, and then we're okay.
JMU's laying 2.5. ODU's gonna upset them today. ODU's not bad, man. Should have beat South Carolina.
Not gonna lie, this is probably the game that ODU wins. It just how the VA circuit goes, and all these teams just kind of trading wins against each other. And ODU's been competitive in games where they need to be competitive earlier in the season. I mean, they almost won South Carolina. Like, they've had moments. They're just not a good overall team where they can put them together week after week after week. But if they have a really good game plan and they're really motivated against an opponent, they get up for that game. So yeah, I think this is a game that they're going to get up for.
I do too. Let's go. I bet this. Let's go. Monarchs. Baylor, West Virginia. Troy Tuning is talking about, he's coming in talking football games. He's a Baylor Bear fan. They're going to take on these Wahoos. I mean, these Wahoos, geez. These West Wahoos. Haven't had a coffee yet. Baylor's laying 2. I like that new name, the West Wahoos. West Wahoos there in West Virginia. I think Baylor's going to get the dub. I know it's that strange game. So I will lay the 2 with the Baylor Bears against the West Wahoos.
Sorry, had to do a line of shed powder real quick.
You got to do that. See, I need a coffee too. I need a cup of shed powder.
Baylor, Troy West versus Virginia. Mac. The Troy versus Mac Bowl is hilarious. Who do I want to? Man, I think it'd be so funny if Mac watched his team lose. Give me Baylor.
It would be great. I mean, he already. Did you see what happened to West Virginia basketball last night against Pitt?
Oh, what happened? I missed it.
Dude, It was just
give me the Cliff Notes version. It was bad like that.
Pitt was up like 37-10. I feel like early.
Kobe, I have to admit, I haven't been locked on college basketball yet. I've given it a little bit of time, let you guys handle a lot of the business, and I'll be ready in about a week. But dang, they beat up on him in the backyard brawl like that.
Yeah. Oh, it was bad.
86-62.
So it was a tough night. Tough night for.
I know Matt locked him up catching 7.5.
Yeah, of course. I did too, actually, because I just thought it would be a close game. But it was an ass whooping. Baylor completes the Fade West Virginia weekend here.
Damn, 7 for 12, 23 points. What the fuck?
He beat like Clark said, it was over in 5 minutes. Who you taking, Baylor? You going Troy? You going Mac?
No, I'm going Troy. It'd be funny for Mac to just have a whole bad weekend. For that, I'm rooting for Troy. Let's go, Baylor.
Nebraska is heading to LA. Both these teams, I mean, the loser of this is probably not going to a bowl game. I guess Nebraska has a 1 game. I thought for a second, both were 4-5. Nebraska's 5-4, so I guess they could beat Wisconsin. But Dana Holgorsen hired a new OC. Nothing like bringing in an offensive coordinator that wasn't even on the staff at all in week 12. Nebraska's catching 7. I'm on USC. What are you doing here?
I feel like he's got to win out. Riley's got to win out.
Yeah.
But he played Notre Dame at the end of the fucking year. Like, yeah, I just think if you got to make a bowl. You have to at very least make a bowl. And God damn, you played Notre Dame at the end of the year. You got to win these 2 games, especially this game at home too.
It's a must win.
Give me USC, but I don't like it. It's a lot of points. This is a great teaser leg. I would tease USC down to 1.
I got another lock in the Sun Belt. Troy is fucking horrible. Georgia Southern, I believe, is pretty damn close to clinching the Sun Belt East. They still have divisions in the Sun Belt. They're lay at 7.5 against Troy. Lay it. Troy's horrible. I still don't understand why they hired Gerard Parker. Notre Dame's offense was not some juggernaut last year. I don't understand it. So Georgia Southern and Clay Helton, which I don't like normally taking that, but I think they're going to put it on Troy in Statesboro, Georgia. There, got to play.
Yeah, I could fade Troy.
Missouri.
I'm not gonna lock that up though. I'm not locking up Georgia Southern, but 7.5 is a little bit rich for my blood with Georgia Southern. But I do think Troy sucks. I agree with you.
Missouri's heading to Columbia, South Carolina. Take on
this
these
is the game. This is the game,
dude. What's going on with the what the hell is this injury report?
So okay, I here's my take on. Are we talking about just the quarterback position?
Well, no, I'm talking about define what the hell this means. So in college football, we have the questionable tag.
Mm-hmm.
Brady Cook, starting quarterback at Missouri, was deemed questionable all week, but now today reports game time decision, a true game time decision. What the fuck does that even mean?
For who?
The starting quarterback for Missouri.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
Yeah. So I've seen conflicting things all week. Earlier in the week, it sounded really good that he was going to play. Later in the week, I think Drinkowitz said something along the lines of we're ready for Pine to go, but Brady's going to give it a chance to go at pregame warm up. I mean, I'm trying to tell you, Kobe, I told you that Beamer was going to kick Texas A&M's ass. And that was the week that Beamer just does whatever he needs to do and he kicks your ass. And we were right. This is the week where they just absolutely just fucking melt down. They have a fucking meltdown. And then all of the boosters, all of the staff, everybody remembers that, dang, I don't think we actually kind of want to go through this year with Shane Beamer again because they always let down. There was
Missouri normally fucks with them too, but
and they went into Columbia. Brady Cook went into Columbia and got a win when Columbia was a top 25 team. He got a top 25 win in Columbia before. Like, I'm telling you, if Brady Cook plays, this is way too many fucking points.
That's a
South
big
Carolina
if,
is
though.
due for a letdown. It is. It's a pretty good. But if we sit there, if we just wait to bet this game and we say, all right, we're not going to throw it into the money line round robin this week, which I think would be a great play. If we say we're not doing that and we just wait till game time, if Brady Cook plays, I think that's enough offense where they're going to be able to move the football. And they're going to catch this team they're sleeping at the wheel. First of all, South Carolina had to prep for 2 quarterbacks this week. There's no way Shane Beamer has this team legit where they don't even know what quarterback's playing on the other side of the field, and they're already riding high. They qualified for a bowl already, so they're going bowling regardless of what happens the rest of the season. We got to remember, the South Carolina team really isn't like they're all right. They're feisty, but they're really not that good. They should have lost to ODU. Like, this is the spot, Kobe. I'm telling you, they're not going to be in this game.
Battle.
What?
Battle. I don't think Missouri's any good this year, dude.
Oh no!
I don't think they're any good. I think they cruised in on last season, and this is a team that probably should have lost to a slew of different teams.
That told me that Brady Cook's playing better. If Brady Cook's playing, you still feel this way. If Brady Cook, I understand if it's Pine, like I truly do, but if it's Cook, you still feel this way.
No, I mean, I just don't think Missouri's any good. Like, I watched that whole Oklahoma game last week, and I think Missouri being ranked is a fucking joke. Like, what is the best win for Missouri all year? Vandy, and that's because Vandy's kicker missed a fucking field goal like before he even went to overtime. I just don't think they're any good. So, battle.
All right.
Let's go.
That's fine.
We got a battle in Columbia.
Done one for the day.
Gamecocks. Terrell on the Tigers. Blood Red Sky says, if you have a show, you should be able to pick winners. If not, you should be canceled. Yes.
Dang.
Is he implying that we don't pick winners, or is he just saying, or is this just a TV show idea?
I don't know. It sounded really dark.
Yeah, I'm Blood Red Skies. I'm dropping that heat.
Blood Red Skies is like a crazy name.
I'm curious. Please elaborate, Blood Red Skies. Moving forward, Rutgers is catching 5 at Maryland. Who's watching this game? How many people are going to this game?
I'm not, and I'm about 40 minutes away. Maybe an hour. Maybe an hour and a half. Not maybe an hour and a half. Might be a little further than that.
I got no idea what's. Give me Rutgers. I don't love the play. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I just can't. Every time I try to go at least pick Loxley, because I'm not betting Loxley, but at least pick Loxley. I don't like doing it. Give me Rutgers and the points.
Arizona State is catching 7.5 at Kansas State. Give me the Sun Devils to stay in this game. Cam Scatterbo is playing, for what I understand. Give me the Sun Devils to stay in this game. I don't think Kansas State is that much better than Arizona State. I think they're better, but 7.5? No. What are you doing here?
Kliman's really good laying the number at home. This is not Jeff Sims, correct?
No, this is Sam Levitt. Yeah.
This is 100% Levitt. All right.
Yeah.
I'll take the Sun Devils.
Shout out to Daquan. He says, I'd rather watch Queen Latifah take a shit out of a helicopter than the Rutgers Maryland game.
I don't know. Actually, I guess that's kind of interesting. Like I just don't know how
the visual is
yeah, like how did you get to saying, like, out of everything else you'd rather do but watch the Rutgers game, how did we get to Queen Latifah taking a shit out of a helicopter? Is the helicopter in the air? Is the helicopter on the ground?
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions that I like.
Why is Queen Latifah catching a stray there?
This is bare ass out the helicopter. Like I have a lot of questions, and you know what?
The shit must be over the stadium. David in the chat. Yes, take Bucknell plus 14.5. Sprinkle some on the money line. Lock that thing up against Holy Cross there. Oregon is heading into Wisconsin. Wisconsin stormed the court last night. They could have the greatest 24 hours of the college season, or of this really the year. They stormed the court against top 10 Arizona as they beat their ass. Now the Ducks are heading into Madison, where they have the chance to beat the number 1 team in football. You know, I'm signed up for this. Give me Wisconsin plus the points. I don't know if they'll win it outright, but they're certainly going to make this game interesting. What are you doing here?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of just done fading Oregon. I'll lay the number. I don't think Wisconsin's any good.
Yeah, they can still stay. They can still stay within that, though. They can stay within that. I love your boy Rocco Beck this week. I am laying the 7 with Iowa State against Cincinnati.
Oh Lord! Oh my gosh!
Rocco, let's go, Rocco!
Oh God! I don't know how I feel about these guys.
What do you mean? I took them against UCF. They didn't cover, but they got the win. Cincinnati's ass. What are we doing here?
Yeah, of course. Well, you know what I'm doing. It's clear what I'm doing, but it's you. You're the one that we have the questions about. I've been on the Rocco bet train since week 1.
I cashed on Kansas
you do
last
not
week.
Fade QB's name Rocco. That is a cardinal sin. You do not fade QB's name Rocco. Rocco gets it done again.
Double lock. Wake Forest is going to stay within this number. They're catching 10.5, I think, or 11 at North Carolina. How many people will be at this game? It's basketball season already. North Carolina looked great against American last night. Wake coming in. Dave Clawson still trying to fight for a bowl game. Wake is covering this. Last time they played was like what, 36, 34, 55, 51. You know, like they're going to stay within this number. No, none of these teams play defense. Lock up Wake. Sprinkle the money line. What are you doing here?
Yeah. I guess I'll take Wake plus 10. I'm not locking this up. There's no way I'm betting this game.
I'm locking it. David's asking me to pick one. It would be Bucknell would be, I think, the one out of all those three. Washington State, John Mateer's a baller. Heading to Albuquerque. This line stinks. Why is it only 10 points? Bit terrified, but I lean Wazoo, or I teeter towards Wazoo. Not gonna bet this game. Not gonna bet this game.
We've gotten 2 leads on the show.
Yes. What are you doing here in Albuquerque at Dream Style Stadium, wherever the fuck they're calling it?
I don't know. I have this thing with Wazoo, but New Mexico's not good at all for real. But why is Wazoo 18 in the country? They're not 18 in the country good. They're good, but they're not.
Dude, they should be ranked ahead of Notre Dame. They got a better resume than Notre Dame.
Oh man, I just feel like Wazoo's gonna put together a stink. I'm gonna take Wazoo, but I think Wazoo is so due for a stinker, like a just a nasty, ugly stinker. Maybe it's next week against Oregon State. Maybe that's the week.
Yeah, I'll take. You want?
No,
okay.
We're looking ahead to work. I'll take Wazoo.
Here's the play, and we can go right into the parlay after this. Kansas is gonna beat BYU today.
I'm convinced that Leopold has told his team what they need to do to make a bowl game, and now they're going to do it.
Kansas will beat BYU today. So I'm on the Jayhawks. You can throw that into our parlay, our round robin. It's short little yapper though. It's only like plus 115, but
we got a big one in Arkansas, so that's fine.
That's true. And let's build this thing. Kansas, Arkansas. Who else? Syracuse.
On
the C-dub.
I do really like Syracuse on the C-dub. I do.
Air Force we could go with. We could go with
Air Force. Man, I really hate
Old Dominion.
I really hate you're on South Carolina. This is ridiculous. I might have to go rogue on our
people are asking me.
I mean, Arizona
Villanova.
State could beat something, but they're on the road, and I think Kansas State is good at home. Yeah, I guess we do go. I guess we do just go ahead and go Syracuse. All right, so Syracuse is the third leg.
I like Monmouth against Nova. By the way, I think Monmouth will stay within that number. Yeah. So hold on. Let's break this down here. We got Arkansas, Kansas, Syracuse. There's 3 of them. Gosh, you don't want Wake. What about Arizona State? I don't think they're going to win though. They're just going to cover.
I do like Arizona State though.
Let's add Arizona State to it. 4. That's 4. How about Old Dominion?
We could go ODU. We only need 4. Yeah. So Arizona State or ODU.
ODU.
Mindful, we have, I was about to say, mindful, we have a plus 10 dog and a plus 13.5 dog already.
That's fine. Yeah. Old Dominion then. Subtract Arizona State from this
All right, so
shenanigans. And
Arkansas money line, Kansas money line, ODU money line, and Syracuse money line. Those are the 4.
Let's go. And just in case the good people out there were wondering, also take basketball, Northwestern State plus 9.5 against Rice. That's one that I like. George Mason's playing ECU. I actually think you should take George Mason. I don't tell you this stuff often, so enjoy when I fade ECU. Take Mason -2.
Wow, Kobe.
Yeah. You didn't think I was an honest man, did you? St. Louis also -4. Those are a couple of the ones I like. There's a few others too, but you get the SGPN app, free to download in the App Store and Google Play Store. You got access to all of our picks.
This is really juicy. This is a really juicy money line round robin here.
Oh yeah, jump in on that action, folks. Also, Ole Miss against Colorado State in basketball. Jump on that. Let's watch these games. I'm sick of talking. All right, I'm sick of talking. Anyway, give Terrell a follow on Twitter at @reallyRel__. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. Subscribe to all of our stuff: the NBA Gambling Podcast, WNBA Gambling Podcast, the College Football Experience, College Basketball Experience, College Baseball Experience, Sports Gambling Podcast. All of it. Check it out. All right. Till next time, folks. This is the College Football Experience. We'll be back reacting tonight. Myself, Patty C. So buckle up. This is the college basketball. Jesus, this is the College Football Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
We can really run and shoot, and you know